John, let's face it, the 2009 buying season was not what it could have been, seeing as there wasn't much to buy with. So a lot of folks are looking at 2010 with a mixture of hope and trepidation. And when you're introducing a new aircraft, there's an additional complication in trying to plan out what 2010 is going to do for you. But then again, your flight design, it's a company that's built a number of aircraft in this particular genre. And I'm just really curious right off the bat, why the MC?
Well, the MC is to fill a bit of a void in the metal aircraft area. We thought that with the composite business the way it was, we had a very, very good control over that. Building a metal aircraft using some of the technology from the factory would offer us a lower price point and still offer something that could be useful in the training market. And we felt a little bit of a void there.
What was the process in putting together this airplane? I mean, you obviously don't take a fiberglass or a glass airplane, I should say, and turn it into metal. Everything changes in terms of structures and so forth. You've got to start from scratch.
The engineering process was done mostly with the group in Germany. It's a fairly sizable engineering project over a period of a couple of years. It was put together with a smaller group and used the design look of the flight design, which we felt that the look was part of the message, but it was done from a metal perspective. There's a lot of good engineering talent from that part of the country that's done, or part of the world that's done a lot of work with metal. So using that talent with the flight design look, we felt offered a little bit of an advantage for the customers.
So what's the reception been to the MC?
We've had it here and done a lot of flights with our media partners and also with our dealer network. We've taken them all up, and every one of them to a person says it's absolutely delightful flying experience. The aircraft is rock solid, smooth, lands extremely well. We've changed a few things. It's a little heavier than the standard carbon-based aircraft, so it handles it a little bit heavier, but it's more like almost like a Cherokee 140 in its landing characteristics, and yet it's sort of like a Cessna at the same time. It doesn't have the same characteristics as our flight design, and it's an absolutely wonderful training experience. Very, very simple to fly, very, very simple to land.
Now, you'd mentioned as we were walking up that the aircraft is seeing some modification as it heads to production.
Yeah, we've learned quite a bit in the last year on some of the prototype test flying, changed a few things, and I'm not specifically sure all of the changes that are going to go in, but right now we're gaining more data. A little bit of fit and finish will be improved on the interior.
What are your plans for deploying this airplane?
Right now, the production levels in the next year, we're probably going to be 2 or 3 a month, so it's a fairly slow ramp up. We're going to look at flight schools, some of the larger flight schools. We may have a slightly modified distribution program, since we won't need the entire flight design distribution channel involved. We wouldn't even have enough airplanes for every one of them, but we do have a program underway where the flight design dealers who purchase one, put one in their inventory, then are able to offer it in the local area.
And as you look at 2010, the fact now that you are, while you've got a lot of time and grade as an experienced and respected LSA manufacturer, you've been part of our top aircraft awards for a number of years, and you've always managed to wind up either at the top, if not even as a category winner in a number of cases. But now you're up against both Cessna and Piper. Does that scare you?
Well, in this market, there's such an upside to it if we can just get over the hump of all taking the 1 or 2 aircraft that get sold. We're trying to all gain the market share, grow a little bit more, get more people involved in aviation. I think there's plenty of room if the market comes back this year, like we look at if we look at Sebring and how things are going. I think it's going to be a good year, and I think there is going to be room. And I think we're positioned not to ship 1,000 this year, but if we ship the numbers we're looking at, I think we'll gain some pretty good experience.
Let's tug on the tiger's tail a little bit. What's flight design got that Cessna and Piper don't?
I think a bit of reputation. There are some people that like the idea of having a viable light sport manufacturer in the light sport business. We understand light sport. We worked a little bit with the Cessna on the design, and I love the guys in the design, and it's a fabulous organization. But when you do ours, a little bit lighter, more designed with the sport pilot guy in mind, and it might appeal to that group of people who just maybe are Cessna averse or want to try a little different manufacturer.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
If you own a Cirrus today, or if you are considering the purchase of a new or used aircraft, consider this. Avidyne, in conjunction with the country's leading Cirrus sales and maintenance facilities, has launched the G3R9 program that combines the purchase of a late model, low-time Cirrus aircraft and the addition of the Avidyne Integra Release 9 avionics suite for much less than you may have thought, and certainly much less than purchasing a brand new aircraft. G3R9, combining the best airframe, best engine, and best avionics for the best value.